Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Old World as we are playing as Rome. So in the last episode, which I haven't put out yet, we had an issue with the music. We had a copyright problem despite the fact that I am still playing with the recording and streaming copyright safety mode turned on. And yet I got hit with a copyright strike. And so I haven't actually edited it yet. I'm probably gonna have to cut out like 2 minutes and, 20-30 seconds. So very unfortunate, and what's kind of strange is that it's a different copyright strike than I've seen in the past, where they're claiming the melody of the song, where it says it takes the melody of some other song. And the weirdest part is usually it tells you like what song and who owns it, and you get a link to that or whatever. And yet it doesn't tell you the song. It just has like a name, but it's all numbers. Like that's the code for the song or something. I don't know if they changed up their copyright system, but they've made it essentially impossible to challenge it because you don't even know if it's the right song, which many times I have had a copyright strike where it's the wrong song that they're claiming. They're saying that this song is another song, and then you can challenge it and say, hey, this isn't even the right song. But I can't even do that because there's just a bunch of numbers for the title. I don't know. YouTube's copyright problems are something that YouTubers have been dealing with for a long time. There's a lot of issues with it, a lot of abuse as well. A lot of companies that will abuse the system and claim your revenue, even though they don't own the music. It happens all the time. It's just a broken system and has been. But yeah, this is a new problem. I've never seen anything about melodies and not putting the song title on there is really strange. Because yeah, I can't even challenge it, because once you challenge it, that makes you liable. So I'm not even going to challenge it, so what we're going to do is just cut that out. And it's unfortunate because basically every time that song plays, I'm going to have to cut it out. So it'll just be something we have to deal with. Hopefully that song doesn't play often. So far, that's the first time I've had the issue, so maybe it doesn't play very often. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. The first thing we're going to do is get this unit moving over here and killing the last of this barbarian raid, though of course we still have the Danes over here that we'll have to fight. And then as far as the rest of our orders, we have a worker that's done. He's finished up with the hamlet here, and we're going to go ahead and try and get some culture for this location. So we'll just build this right here. And remember that gets a bonus because it's next to the hamlet. And so we'll get that started. And then we still have our scouts to move around. Though, let me just double check and make sure there's nothing that we need to do with like our advisors or anything. So with the Chancellor here, which is currently our wife, we won't have anything for her to do until either we get that tech unlocked so that we can do the pacify city, or unless one of our families becomes like really unhappy with us, which as of right now, that's not a problem. Over here with our ambassador though, could send off another trade mission. I think that might be what we do. We could also have his religion converted, though they're not pleased enough with us. Okay, so yeah, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and do another trade mission, guys, and we'll do this with the Assyrians. Another trade mission with them. All right, so let's go and get these scouts moved. Although we do have some warriors saying they need to move. Okay, we still have this guy. He can move and then attack them. But you know what, guys? I don't think we're going to do that. I know we can get experience from fighting these guys, but this is a problem for the Assyrians, not for us. So I would prefer to not help them in that problem. So yeah, we'll just move our guy back, put him into our own territory again. Let me put him over. Just put him over here or something. Does he belong to? He does. So once we get, we have a garrison here. So this should result in a benefit for the discontent. So we're currently at +9, which the only thing that's really controlling that at the moment is our difficulty setting. Being on a higher difficulty settings results in more discontent per turn. So now that we have him in there, and we have we don't have the walls. Okay, so this would not apply. So it's still +9. But once we get walls here, then we'll get -1 discontent here. So it'll only be going up by +8. Doesn't seem like it makes a difference, but it is less turns before you move to the next level, so it does help. Also, you notice our name is now Romulus the Glorious. I didn't notice that changed before, but yeah, that's our name now. Romulus the Glorious. I don't know how close we are to getting the Great title. But there's an event associated with becoming the Great, though. So yeah, we're moving this scout over here. Try and stop the Babylonians from being able to settle there. We'll see if that works or not. And then here, we're going to have to start going back because we remain blocked. And that's okay, because I wanted to go back anyways. And just kind of see what's all going on in this area. We could go ahead and harvest these game, get some food, and that is all the movement for them. And these guys here are just going to be sticking around. So we don't have any orders left, so let's go ahead and end our year. Get the free chariot here in 2 years. We'll likely send them against the Danes. Could attack here, but I really feel like we're kind of stretching ourselves out here. So we're probably going to focus on this attack. Your doctors and diviners have warned you that the end is near. Time to get your affairs in order. So we are going to die soon. We're getting pretty old. I think we're about 60 now. Carthage is now at war with the Danes. Our sister-in-law has died. All of our family is slowly dying. Our nephew has increased his courage further. Our daughter Rhea has gained some more wisdom. All right, so that's awesome. And I'm not entirely sure who this character is, but he's able to be tutored. Well, let's go and take a look at our family tree. Yeah, let's go and take a look at our family tree so that we can see who that character is. Okay, so these are the children of our nephew. Got it. So he has 2 children. Okay, I wasn't aware of that before. As far as like what's going on with this kid, it doesn't really have any stats or traits just yet, so I think we will go ahead and tutor him. Our daughter also needs to be tutored soon in 1 more turn, so we want to make sure that we have a tutor available for her. So that's one thing to consider. Let's take a look at our characters here and get this character tutored up. We do have 2 possible tutors, but one of them is severely ill, Adia. Okay, so we'll send Adia to do it, and if she lives long enough to tutor him, then she'll be able to do it. But we want to keep Nias here for tutoring our own children. So we were attacked by that skirmisher. We'll take him out. And we also got that worker completed over here in Roma. All right, excellent. Let's go and get something else building, and then we'll get that worker doing something. As far as what we want to get, we are about to have a rank reduced here in 2 years. We'll go back down to level 0 on our discontent, since that's that family's bonus. As far as what we're going to get here, I think it's probably going to be another one of these specialists. I think it might be in our best interest. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Though we could get Treasury. Treasury gives you 100 gold when it's completed, and then it gives you plus 10 per year. And then once you get Professional Army, you also get training from it. But yeah, it does give quite a bit of money, considering 10 plus gold per year is not bad. However, I want to get our first Elder Specialist, Elder Acolyte here. So this will generate more science, more money, more culture, and more orders, in addition to increasing the opinion with Roman paganism. So let's go and get this Elder Acolyte. Currently he is a master. And yeah, we'll get our first Elder. We also have an event about patron gods of Rome. So Matriarch Pompeia the Younger, head of Roman paganism, enters the court and bows before you. Acolytes stand before her wearing robes inscribed with the sacred signs of the gods we serve. My king, it is customary for royals to seek the blessing and favor of a god or goddess from the pantheon as patron of protection and blessing. Would you publicly announce your intentions and offer the proper sacrifices and tributes? Just made myself a god here. We're God King. So you can say Juno. Oh, so this is which of the gods or goddesses we're going to be supporting here. And so if we do Juno, Queen of the Gods and Protector of Children, then we're going to increase our own discipline, which really increasing our own stats is going to help us much because we're probably going to die soon. We'll get a turn or 2, maybe a few more than that, worth of benefit though. So this will give us some discipline. I think no matter what, it's going to cost 420 gold. And increase the opinion with religion by plus 20 for 40 years. Okay, so it really just changes. I mean, it doesn't even really change what our king is getting in all cases, because both Juno and Jupiter are going to increase our discipline. Vesta, on the other hand, will increase our charisma. So the main benefit you're getting that's different is the modifier for Roma, for the city of Roma. And I think that's forever. I think that's a permanent bonus. So we do need to make sure we consider this and pick the best one, and probably base it off of that modifier rather than any other factors. So with this one, you get the Pagan Cult of Healing. That's plus 20% growth, and then new units start with the Herbalist trait. And we'll take a look at that real quick. That'll give you plus 4 HP from heal action, so you can just heal quicker. and you know, you don't have to spend as many orders doing so. And then farms will get 20% output. So these do have penalties, but I still feel like it's worth it. In this case, we'll get the Pagan Cult of Royalty. So we're going to not get as much money, but get more orders. Yeah, that one's clearly not worth it. Or with this one, we'll get less discontent, growing every year, but also less money. It's kind of a big hit for just a -1. I mean, the growth is nice. I feel like, again, growth is something that we don't typically have issues with. I do like the idea of starting with the herbalist, though, for anybody that's built here in Roma. But we likely won't build a ton of troops here, because if you build them here instead of one of the military cities, then basically what you're doing is trading one trait for another. So you're trading the, what is it, God, I forgot the name of that trait that you get in the military cities. But you're trading that trait for the herbalist, which I'd prefer to have that one because it helps you against the tribes. But discontent is always a problem. So we might want to do this one, try and keep Roma happy. I think this would probably be the most beneficial in the long run. Though, I mean, you're getting hit with a -20%. That's really high, man. Yeah, I almost don't want to do any of these. What if we did this one here? We just piss off the religion. Okay, so yeah, I feel like even though growth is not as necessary, I feel like this is the one that has the penalty that's going to hit us the least, because we're not really earning a lot of food in Roma, while we do earn a good amount of gold. And so that's going to get worse and worse with the more money Rome earns, but the benefit's not going to increase. It's always going to be -1 discontent. So yeah, I think we'll get this one, guys, because it is a percentage modifier. For the bonus is a percentage modifier, unlike this one. And yeah, we just don't need the orders one. So yeah, we're going to do it Juno, Queen of the Gods and Protector of Children, and get the Pagan Cult of Healing modifier. Alright, excellent. So I think that's the only event we had this turn. That also is going to increase our discipline, by the way. But isn't going to affect us very long. I think our character will likely, unfortunately, die fairly soon. Alright, so we're going to start with our military, get all of our units moving. We're going to attack this guy first. We'll attack him with, it doesn't really matter which one of these attack first. He's going to be stunned either way. Weren't able to kill him in one turn, but that's okay. We could use this guy to get rid of him, but I'd prefer to move him back because I'm a little bit worried about losing that city site there. So we'll move him back to where he was at before, though I probably should have healed him first. Maybe we'll dip him back into here next turn, heal him real quick. Alright, so is that everybody unit-wise that we wanted to move? I think so. So let's go ahead and get the, the worker doing something. And we might just keep him here. Let me just take a look at how we're doing our resources. We do need more stone. Also, the food is kind of bad. But this is probably not the best place to build farms now, since we have that 20% modifier. We could get the pasture, though. And I don't think that affects the food here, because I think it was just farms got a 20% modifier rather than food. I might be wrong on that. We could just look real quick. Yeah, just farms. So yeah, we can get food through the pasture instead, since we do now have access to these sheep once we extended our border. So that's what we'll get. Let's go ahead and get the pasture here. All right, excellent. And then we got our scouts. Need to get moved as well. Should have enough orders for all of them. We're gonna go ahead and get that food real quick. And we'll dip on over to here. And yeah, just kind of slowly uncover all this territory. And that's it for this guy. Just gonna go get this. Oh, you know what? This guy isn't moving, is he? We're just gonna keep him here. All right, so yeah, we'll just keep him here for now. Though I am tempted, since there's no colonists here, just kind of peek up here real quick and just see what's over here. Since we don't even know what's up in this area yet. But that's their capital right there. Okay. I didn't know we were that close to the capital. I was thinking it was like up here somewhere. So yeah, we're really close to their capital at the moment. But I like you could see like how they're doing. Their stats here. You can't see the details, but you see he's got 2 spare citizens, 2 specialists, and he's at level 2 discontent. So if you just want to compare how you're doing, it does seem like there's a lot of mountains up in the north. So movement up there could be challenging. Okay, so I don't think we have anything else to do right now. Except for maybe leveling people up. Yeah, we have 130 there, or 88 here. We'll level this guy up. So we can't get the herbalist trait. Currently he has steadfast. That's the one that they start when they are built by these cities. So plus 25% combat versus tribal units. Pretty helpful here in the early game when you're primarily fighting tribal units. We could get the strike 1. We got focus 1 or tough. I think we're going to get the tough because that's plus 10% attack and defense if you're damaged. And you're often damaged a little bit. So yeah, we'll do that one. Alright, so that's all of our orders. Let's go and end the year. We'll see how much longer Romulus lives. Because he's sick though, you can see his stats are really low. So it would be in our best interest for our daughter to take over here soon. Syria being assaulted by them, and we just died. So now those 2 ambitions are legacies, which means we only have 20 years to complete them. And I don't know that we'll get them done. Might end up losing both of them. We'll just have to see. We'll continue working towards that, but now the timer is going. So the Greeks are now at war with the Thracians. King Cyrus the Noble is dead too. He died at the same time as us. So now they have a new ruler in Persia. And Rhea is now the head of the family, since we cannot be the ruler and the head of the family. As our sister is now the head. Adia has died as well. Okay, we saw that last turn that she was very, very ill. And also our daughter can now be tutored. Our new daughter, no longer our granddaughter. So let's go and get a tech selected, and then we'll get her tutored so I don't forget. So probably don't want to get anything here. This would unlock a spy master, get you a Freemason, but it's going to take the longest to research these ones over here. So I don't think we're going to do these ones. Let's do some of the ones we could do a little bit quicker. I'd like to get military drill. I've been talking about getting it for a while. We haven't done that yet. More laws available here. Overall, ship tech probably is not going to help us that much because we're not on the coast. Could get spearmen though. Yeah, I could get spearmen. And this would give us 20 plus orders. We probably wouldn't do that one. I think it'd probably be better to get the rally troops right now. It's a good way to get experience, and it gives us something to spend our civics on. Get you training as well, which you can use to try and get that. We're trying to get that legacy done now, and that's going to cost quite a bit of training overall, since there's no way we're going to be able to do it through experience, the natural way for the promotions. I mean. All right, so we now have a new ruler, Cornelia the New. As far as her stats go, she's very, very wise. Very wise, so getting a bit more science than we were before. The charisma is, I think, somewhere around her father, but she is not very disciplined. So we're losing gold per turn because of that. All right, well, let's go through these events here first. We have to choose a new ambition. We cannot field 8 generals. I'm not entirely sure why it's not an option here, but that would be kind of difficult to do anyways. Control 50 urban tiles. We have 31 right now. That's a possibility, I suppose. Or we can form a tribal alliance with a tribe. That'd be the easiest one to complete, honestly, but I'm not sure who we'd ally with. That's what the Julius wants. I might just do this one because it's probably going to be the easiest one, although even this one would be difficult. She's 31 though, so I feel like she has plenty of time to do it. We'll do this one. Control the 50 urban tiles. And I mainly use those for getting more legitimacy rather than for getting opinion with the families. There's so many other ways to get opinions with the families, and you don't want to pick something that you can't do just because you're trying to please a certain family. And then you end up losing it. So Adia died, so therefore that we're not tutoring that child anymore, which would be, is that our nephew? If that's our nephew, that means not even our nephew, is it? It's like a cousin, I think. We got that quarry completed over here. Excellent. All right, so stone should be in a better situation, but still not as high as I would like. We still need to produce more stone, guys. And so I think that's what we're going to do next. We still don't have this area here, though, so that's a problem. You have to build somebody here and then be able to work all these areas. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of places around mountains to build. We should get these gems, honestly. Yeah, you know what? Let's get the gems over there that we can't reach there this turn. That's okay. I think we're still going to move over there and do it. Yeah, let's go and grab the gems up. We could always spend a point to do it as well if we have spare orders. Maybe we'll do that. We can also send this guy over here to heal up, but we're not going to do that right now. Let's go and kill this unit. We'll kill him with... Do we want to go back and heal or just want to go straight into the fight? Because if we want to do that when you want to use the stronger unit. Yeah, let's use this guy and go and attack here. And then he'll just kill him. There we go, beautiful. Just got rid of that unit. And now there's only one unit here left to fight against. And the Danes aren't attacking, they're not an issue. Let's go ahead and move back down. I would assume they're going to want to settle this location. We could get the cows, next turn, I suppose, if we have the spare orders. Well, yeah, so that's I completely forgot. We're going through all these events. End of an era. So King Romulus the Glorious has died. We meet his passing with hushed voices and heavy hearts. So long live Queen Cornelia the New. She'll get some experience from this. So she's 40 experience short of the next upgrade. Court mourns. Adius died as well, and that'll get us another 20 experience. So we only need 20 more now. And we have a foreign delegation. Your coronation brings delegations from all across Rome. These subjects have brought a selection of fine gifts from their home villages. However, the visitors stipulate that they will only give their gifts if they would be used in great royal works. So you get events like these when you get a new ruler, which this is our first new ruler. We played as Romulus for the whole series so far. So among the options here, we could get some stone with some civics, which we always need more stone. That's the thing we're shortest on up here. So that would be helpful. We can accept steel to equip an elite guard, which will give us plus 50 iron, which we don't need, but it would give us a warrior. And so that makes it a really good bonus here, because how long does it take you to build that warrior? We can accept ebony to study its strange properties, which will give us wood and science. Well, that's a really good one too. Or you can kill them and take everything. In which case, all the families will dislike us more for 20 years, and we'll become cruel, which we don't want that. But I like that you have that option, that you can just snatch everything up. But you're not getting the bonuses. You're only getting the resources. But you're getting a lot more resources, since you're not using it, to do anything with. Man, you know what? All these are good options. The 50 steel, we don't really need civics, and the 50 stone is really only it's less than 2 turns worth of stone for us. So I don't think we're going to do that one. I think these 2 here are superior. Getting 120 research would be really nice, because that would just give us that tech and have some left over. So you definitely can make the argument to go for that. Having a warrior is nice as well, but I think this is probably the best one. Yeah, let's go for that one for the science. So we'll just knock out a tech. And I want to say this does have a free one. I think it had a free one. Maybe not. I could have swore it did have a free one. Okay. We can also redraw text from our deck, which we can only do once per year. And I think that's because of one of our... it's our class, I think. It gives us that ability. Just looking in here real quick. Where is this? Scholar. Yeah, the Scholar. So being a Scholar allows us to... do inquires into capital, which I'll show that next time we look at a city, and we can redraw text. So that's part of our class base bonuses. All right, so do we want to redraw text? I guess is the question. Is there any one here that we really want that's not available? I figure we probably just go for whatever we have here. So yeah, we could go for steel, and that'll unlock Axeman. But I'd really like to get some wood here. And so we'd need to get the lumber mills to get that. We'd also like to upgrade our military, though, so we'd have to get one of these to do that. I'm thinking we might do the forestry, Joe, just to be able to get some wood here. And we still haven't gotten rhetoric yet either, which has meant that we haven't been able to get any of these. But you know what, guys? I think we're going to do forestry. I've been looking at it for some time. Let's finally get it knocked out. And so we'll get that in 3 years. This is a tutorial for the Scholar archetype. Just let us know, what the Scholar does. And she can tutor children, too. That's one of her benefits. And then we have a tutorial about taking the field, which would make us into a general. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we want to do it through this way. Yeah, we'll figure out what we want to do with her. I don't know if we want to make her a general, or if we don't want to have a rule. We don't have anybody in Roma. Have we built... Are we still building it? Let me just double check here. We're building now, the garrison. 2 years we'll get it. So we can't even appoint a governor here, unfortunately, because we just don't have the garrison completed yet. But we also have our sister to put as a as a governor. Remember, we trained her up just for that purpose. We could make ourselves a general, but our stats don't really lead to that. I mean, that's not really what we'd be good at. I mean, because we're not courageous or disciplined. Wisdom does result in us having, you know, a very good critical chance, I suppose. And that might make us pretty powerful, but yeah, she's really more tailored to being a governor and boosting some science, I suppose. I'm not sure what we're going to do with her just yet. So we built that quarry. We've already moved him. I got that tech knocked out. Got the new ambition. Yeah, nothing here we don't know about, though. We do have the new chariot. So this is our first mounted unit. So yeah, we have a chariot that we can move out there and attack with. He wouldn't be able to make it over here to this battle yet. Could get him promoted, though. We'll see what we have points for, guys. First, I want to move this scout. Make sure he gets to move this turn. Looks like we're going to be blocked off here. Okay, so the Persians are blocking us, so we're going to have to go up around this way then. And just looking to see if there's any resources over here. It looks like that's the first one right there. So let's go and harvest the lavender. We got 6 orders remaining. So not a lot. Let's move this worker here. Yeah, I think we will go ahead and do that. I know it's going to take some points here, but I want to get this started. So that's really the way that I'm looking at it. Is I want to get it started. And then we have 3 orders remaining. So I think we should probably work on promoting units. Yeah, so let's go and do that. I think this is probably the cheapest one here, trying to get the chariot promoted. We could also add a general. And we could make ourselves a general, which again, we have some bonuses. We can move further per order. And we would get a very nice critical hit bonus there. We'd have higher defense too, but we would have a lower attack strength, and not by much. It's not significant. It's probably worth these mini bonuses you're getting. So maybe we'll make ourselves into a general. Yeah, that might be what we end up doing here. But we do want to level up first. But yeah, we could make her the governor here in Rome. We could instead just make our sister do that. She's the head of this family, so she could be the governor of either of these 2 locations. So yeah, let's go and see what we want to give for a bonus here. I think we're going to do the tough one. Though Fierce, the plus 10% for infantry units would actually be pretty good. You know what, let's do that one. Well, let's take a look at how the families feel about us now that we have a new ruler. So the Fabius family likes us. Of course, the Valerius family really likes us. But the Julius family does not. They're not fans. Yeah, they don't like us much. So we might actually want to go ahead and do the family gifts. We have the money for it. Let's go and improve their opinion a bit, just so we don't have any problems with them or their cities. And that'll be all of our orders. It's going to end our year here. I assume the Danes here will attack this unit, but we'll be ganging up on them. The question is he going to end up spawning more units here? In which case we'll have to retreat and heal up. The Carthaginians did complete the lighthouse, the wonder. We need to build another wonder, but the stone, I looked at it and we don't have anywhere near enough money to build the amount of stone we'd have to do, that we'd have to buy, to get a wonder. Our ambassador Numerius completed his trade mission, so let's go and see what our options are here. So we can get food for training. We could get iron for orders, or we can get wood for orders. I think we're going to give up the orders. Yeah, I think we're going to give the orders up since we're trying to level our units up, so we're going to need the training. And we can always use the wood, since we don't really have any way of getting wood yet until we get this forestry tech. We have the wood that we get from, chopping down trees or whatever to build something there. All right, so let's go ahead and attack with these 2 units. And he'll be dead next turn. Unfortunately, the Persians have settled right here as well. Yeah, we need to start expanding a little bit faster. I know we've got 2 settlers that we're currently working on. Which one I'm hoping to send here, but the Assyrians have to leave for us to be able to do that. And the other one, of course, will be going over there. Let's see if there's Anything to be aware of here? We did complete this garrison here. All right, excellent. So that means that we can now get a governor. So let's go and put somebody in place here. And which city is this? Okay, so this is where we could put our sister, or we could put her in Roma. Either of those would be options. Yeah, either of those would work, really. I guess it depends on if we're going to be a governor or not, or if we're going to be a leader. I really like the idea of making ourselves like the governor of Rome, and then maybe having our sister over here, since she's also the head of that family. That might be what we do. And the reason why I think we'd make a better governor than general is our insane wisdom. Our wisdom is very, very high. So we could really boost the science here in Roma. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing, and instead putting our sister here. Let's just take a look at what all the options are for this city. We're not going to put her in place. She does have that intelligent trait. Yeah, I think we're going to do our sister here. You can see we built her to be a governor. So yeah, let's go and put our sister in place here. All right, excellent. So she'll be the governor there, and we'll be the governor of Rome. And we also need to get this worker doing something, since he has gotten that completed. And as far as what we need up here, we need food. Yeah, I could definitely use some food here, so we'll probably do a farm. Yeah, I think doing a farm would be our best option here, guys. As far as where we're going to build it, we're going to want it next to the pastures here. That'd be the best location, since the pastures do give a bonus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, to farms. I mean, it doesn't show here, but I think we should get one. Let's just go and take a look. We'll see exactly where the best location for a farm would be. Yeah, we're going to get a +7 next to the horses. Even if we build it on the hills, we still get a +7. So yeah, we'll build it right there, I guess. Now, I suppose you could build it over here, and then have like farms going all through this way. And that would be an option as well. Yeah, I suppose that would work. Yeah, we'll build it right here. So let's put a farm there. Just get the food issues solved. Since many of the specialists to require food. And because we got that next cultural level, that's the reason why we're at level 0 here. Okay, so we'll move back up to level 1 here in five turns. Yeah, we're back down to level 0, so that's helped us quite a bit as well. And as far as other things to be notified here, nothing that I'm seeing, though. Did just remind myself that we need to get our daughter here tutored. So we can tutor her ourselves. Is that the best way to go, though? Let's just take a look. That'd be the best way if you wanted wisdom and charisma to go to her. Courage is about the same. Obviously, she's not going to get any discipline, though. I think we should train him ourselves. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll train her ourselves, and then that means we could train him with Nias the minister. There we go. Beautiful. So still leaves us with 8 orders remaining. As far as our ambassador, we see if we want to give him any additional jobs. Could have him do another trade mission over to Persia. I think that's what we'll do. Let's kind of keep alternating between Persia and Assyria. Still got a few more events to go through. Origin of the state. Cato, the great thinker and politician in Roma, comes forward with a text chronicling the story of Rome. His account includes all the major events in the nation's history, both inspiring and tragic, and spares no one in its critical assessment. Should we make this document available to all, or should we prohibit its distribution to protect the state? So this is a strong culture event because we got that next level of culture. We can say make the document available to all, in which case we'll get plus 120 culture in Roma, so move us closer to getting the next level, which I don't know how much we need, but that is a good chunk of culture. We need 2,000. We're getting 32 per turn. That's essentially almost 4 turns worth of culture. So yeah, not bad. Bury the document to protect those involved, and then all families will like us a bit more. Or we can recruit the politician Cato to court, and that requires that we are regal. Well, that would allow us to make use of him. He's intelligent, so he'd make a good governor. And we could appoint him as a governor anyways, though. But I don't think he's part of a family, so yeah, a family would be irritated about that. We'll probably want to put him in charge as a general. Yeah, with that high discipline, he'd generate a lot of experience for those troops. He's got good charisma, so it'd be good defense. He's got a little bit of courage. Yeah, I kind of feel like he would make a good general, and we could always use more generals. Well, I like the 120 culture idea. I think we're going to go with another minister, guys. We'll welcome Cato the Judge. Plus, he's a Cato. And we have some, units that don't have generals now. We have one here. We haven't put anybody in place here in the chariot, so could put him there. Yeah, we might end up putting him here. And is that what we want to spend our orders on? Sure, why not? Cato will lead the chariot. We have an event for the heir education. So I guess it matters on what we want our daughter to do, which I don't think there's really anything indicating that she'd be good at anything in particular. She does have a point of courage now, so there is that. Could make like a really good soldier for an heir. Really focus on that. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do with her. I mean, with her daughter. In which case, we wouldn't want him to do the tactics. As far as what he's good at, he doesn't have anything really. So let's figure out what we want him to do. I think we're going to have him do maybe politics. Yeah, I think we're going to have him do politics, guys. All right, excellent. And then last event is Two's Trouble. And okay, so this is about our daughter and this young lady here. They're the same age, and they've been inseparable of late. The two children are an irksome presence in the palace, running amok and creating trouble with their pranks and antics. One of your personal scribes comes to you complaining about their latest mischief. The previous night, the children went into the scribe's hall to take a stylus for writing their own inscriptions, and in doing so, they managed to break an entire stack of tablets. And that's how she got that courage point. Okay, so they both got a courage point from doing that. I see. I was wondering where she got the courage from. So we can say these children are out of control. We'll lose opinion of both of them while gaining some civics. Or we say, what evidence is there for accusing her? In which case, we'll gain opinion with her, but losing civics. Well, what would we do? Because neither one of these are beneficial. They both have, penalties here. I feel like we'd probably say these children are out of control. Yeah, we'll just say that one. We don't need a spoiled daughter. We'll lose some opinion with her. That's okay. All right. So we have 5 orders remaining. That is all. Not much. I don't think we have anything to do outside of our scout down here and then trying to heal this guy up. And I think that's what we're going to do real quick. Let's just move him over and get him healed. And then move him back next turn. That leaves us with 1 order left. And so we'll just move him as far as he can go. Though we do have to go up around here because I don't think we can slip through there. So yeah, we're going to have to go this way. All right, so that's the year. I don't know if we'll be able to complete this next year. We'll see. I suppose it depends on how many events we have. We have lots of events. It does get difficult to get through the whole turn. And we're attacked there, very close to dying, and they did just spawn another unit. Also, we gave birth to another daughter, Adia. Okay, and Rhea finally converted to Roman paganism. She took her time with that. So we have an event about Babylonian literature. Although relationships with Babylonia are worsening, you find Keiso? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. We need to rename some of these characters. Something easier for me to pronounce. And out of all the Roman names, is that what we want him to be named? But he's poring over Babylonian texts given to him by a tutor. That by shouldn't be there. He has been enraptured by the stories, collecting translations, and even attempting to learn some of the language in order to read the original text. Will you allow the influence of this foreign literature? So we could say we should trade culture freely, in which case we'll get 120 culture in Roma. That was the same amount that strong culture event granted. We can encourage him to read as widely as possible to increase his wisdom, or he can cut off this bad influence, in which case we'll get some legitimacy and he won't like us as much. I think we should get the culture. That's a huge boost in culture for just a regular old event. So yeah, we'll do that. It makes up for us not picking that option. We're of course attacked over here. We will have to move this unit back because they're about to die. So we're going to have to go back and heal. And it's this unit alone to take them out. And that's going to grant us 320 food. Good amount. And also allowed Duke Stedius to level up here. So we can give him the Brave trait. Should be a good one for him to have. You already have this Besieger promotion, so don't need to do that. Or we can do Charisma. I think we're going to do the Brave one. Yeah, we'll make him Brave. Let me see if there's anything else to be aware of here. Obviously, we got our new daughter, which I'm okay with Adia as a name, I suppose. And just take a look at our dynasty here. And just see how our family's been doing with children. So you can see that our sister now has a daughter as well. Sempronia, I think is her name. I could see renaming our heir. Yeah, maybe we'll rename our heir. And then I can see renaming him. And I think it's fitting that he would name his other son Remus after his father. So we could leave that name as is. Vipsania. We could even change that name as well. So yeah, we're probably going to rename these. Some of these children here. Maybe next episode. So we've got quite a few things completed over here. Let's go through these events real quick. The Great Achievers. A group of talented commoners has been brought before the court to be recognized for their achievements. With a small investment, we may offer one person the chance to be raised to the status of nobility. So we can select an infantry captain, in which we'll get a court soldier. We can instead do a gem trader, and we'll get a court merchant. Or we can say we can't afford to pay that much, and we'll get experience. We'll get a court soldier. And so he should be decent. It doesn't have very much wisdom, but look at that courage. Yeah, that courage is +9. He's also bloodthirsty. Yeah, I mean, he's a great choice here. He's a zealot. He's not the best character class for a soldier or general or whatever, but that courage is very high. And then we have to select an education for our daughter, which we already know we're going to have her do tactics. So yeah, we'll do tactics here. And just see if there's anything else down here to be aware of that we don't already know about. We did complete a settler, destroy that outpost. So we do have quite a few workers to give orders to, in addition to needing to build something else here and to get the settler moving over to that city site, which we can't move over there without using points. You can change your settler to a worker, by the way, if you ever needed to do that. So we'd want to go over here, but let's first get him moving to make sure that there's probably nobody over here that's going to cause any risk, but just in case. And then we'll settle it next turn, get a new city going. We do need to select something for them to make, and the discontent is getting quite high here. Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a problem. So we're probably going to need to get, yeah, I can see us probably needing to go ahead and do another festival. Still 13 years out before we get this up to level 2 where it actually has any kind of real effect. Yeah, because you're really only nullifying like 2 years worth of discontent. It's not very much. Could instead build like one of these areas. I almost want to build, you build here, you'll be able to build right there. You get this one, you get one more location as well. I think we're going to do the stonecutter in one of these areas. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. This stonecutter would generate a lot more. So, yeah, it makes sense to get him first. So that's what we're going to do. We'll do the stonecutter, guys. It'll be 3 years to get that. That's a lot more stone. Unfortunately, we'll have to end the episode here, guys. We'll sign those workers next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.